So I've run into a little problem. It's a problem I knew I had, but I was ignoring it, hoping I could fix it. I've just printed out the calendars, and when you put the hangers in the top, you have to be able to flip the pages in the calendars. I don't have the semicircular punch because they are, with postage, $68. $68.91. So I didn't buy one thinking I could just figure something out, and I can't because all I could do was cut out, and it just looks like shit. So, and it's also not even, I don't think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's not. So I'd actually have to cut out another one here. And I don't like it. It just looks really, really unprofessional. And I mean, there's not even any way that I can, yeah, I probably could. I think I could round them. Maybe, is there a... Now, this is the cutter that I used to use to round corners, but I thought maybe you could cut it. No, you can't. There is no way to do that from the back. Well, maybe there is. There is. Look at that. But still, there's no way to round this bit. So, and that doesn't help me. Yeah, because I can't get it in there far enough. So, yeah. So I bit the bullet. Because I've had 2 orders come in, and in the last 2 days I decided I was going to use that money, and so I bought the semicircle punch. So this was just a test for me anyway, so I'm probably still going to put this one together because I've printed them all out. Like, they're all printed out, as you can see, on the thick paper, which I don't feel like it needs. Like, I did, this is 250 GSM, I think, rather than the 120 that I normally use for like all the planners, all the workbooks and stuff. And I just don't think this is necessary for a hanging calendar. For something that would get handled more, I feel like this would be a good paper. But yeah, so, but I have discovered that I had the, you can see, you probably can't if I do it like that. See, the bottom line has printed out a little thin. It's because it was too close to the printing borders. So, like I said, I mean, this one's for me, and it's not punched properly. But I'm going to put this one together for me so that I can use this, and then when I get the semicircular thing, that's the back, I will do them. I've picked Express Post. We'll see. I mean, it was only $10, so... Although, I don't know. I think I've bought things from Bound to Impress before and they use toll. If they use toll, it should come fairly quickly. It should be here before the end of the week. What I'll probably do is print these out. Like I like this, this back card is 300 GSM, and I quite like that. It holds it all together really nicely, so I'll probably use that and then print out another one just using just the normal 120 GSM digital paper, because it's printed out really nicely. It looks really good, so, and all the pictures are all really lovely. Yeah, so there you go. But sometimes I think I can get around things, and I can't get around things because it just looks unprofessional to me. So I just had to spend some money. And then I can do calendars, and I don't know what else I can do with that, honestly. I don't think there's anything else I can do with with a semicircular punch, but whatever, I have it now. But yeah, just wanted to share real quick one of my beautiful friends that I have here. I'm trying not to get too close to him, I just walked underneath him. Look at this. This is a tawny frogmouth owl. We have two that hang around here now. This one's the biggest of the two. Let's set that back out again. So they both live sort of just around here, but we've got this one here. And then there's also, I'll try not to disturb him too much. Although, like I said, I just walked underneath him. And I don't know if you can see, but down in the tree, just about there, there's another one. That one's smaller. The vet, no, you can't really see. The vet has suggested that maybe they are siblings, because I thought maybe they were a matched pair, but she said they could be, but they could also be siblings. So, because one is bigger than the other. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. Hello, quick update. Well, I guess it's not a quick update, it's just another piece of this vlog. Today is actually Thursday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Yesterday didn't get a look in. I had to go to the post office, and that basically used up all the stores of spoons that I had. There's this thing called the spoon theory. You should look it up. It's really interesting. It's about how it's basically a way of showing what it's like to have health or mental health issues, and how you have a certain amount of spoons at the start of the day, and each thing can take a spoon. Like getting out of bed will take a spoon, and then having a shower will take a spoon, whereas for normal people those things don't necessarily take spoons, right? So when you run out of spoons, you have no more spoons. So I can't explain it particularly well, it just sounds kind of weird when I say it, but it's a really interesting way of describing how some things that are really easy for normal people, whereas for some other people, like me, things are hard. Like I went to the post office and IGA yesterday, because I had to do my grocery shopping, which going to the IGA always stresses me out anyway. Going to the IGA when there's COVID stresses me out even more, which is another story we'll get to in a minute. So yeah, by the time I'd done that, I was knackered. I just couldn't cope. I come home and one of the printers had played up, and that was it. That was all it took. I just went back to bed because I just couldn't take it, and I slept for the majority of the rest of the afternoon, and then I got up and then I went back to bed again at midnight last night, and got up at 8 o'clock this morning and fed the cat, and then went back to bed and didn't get up until I think it was like 1 o'clock today. So this happens. Sometimes the spoons just run out. Like, it doesn't happen all of the time. Sometimes it happens, like it might happen for 3 days in a row, and then other times it'll happen like this, and then I'll be fine for a month. But I don't know when these sorts of things are going to happen. I don't know what is going to take all my spoons away. Like, going to the post office and going to IGA was enough to take all of that away, and I just had no more to give. And then when I come home and seen that there was something else that was a problem, it was like, no, and I just shut down. So, and it's too hard to fight against it, because it just makes everything worse. And then just if one more thing happens, then it just ruins me. So anyway, so got up to a water bill of $124. I do not understand we literally have not used 120, so there's something else going on. So I have to deal with that. And then I've got pinged by Service New South Wales. Apparently I was a close contact, so I now have to friggin' isolate for, I don't know, 7 or 14 days. So fuck's sake. Yeah, so just don't need to get sick. Okay, getting sick will be the death of me. It won't be the death of me, but it'll just, hopefully it'll just be like a couple of day cold, and that'll be the end of it. This isn't anything. This is just me sounding normal. So, but I mean, I feel like I'm being pretty lucky so far. That's the first ping I've had as a close contact. But we knew that there was someone, or at least 1 or 2 people out here with COVID, and then Kurt come home today and he said that that the girl that he hangs out with has got it. He said he hasn't been near her for a week, but yeah, so yeah, there's that. But yeah, or I did, oh, the other thing I did, I uploaded the Australiana printables to Wickedly Inked and advertised those on Instagram and Facebook. So I did do a couple of things. I also, no, I don't think there was much else I did. I didn't do the washing or anything, so, with the washing on now. I just filmed, we've got some tawny frogmouth owls too that sort of hang around, so I've filmed him, I say him and her, and I shouldn't do that because that I'm genderizing the freaking owls, because one's bigger and one's smaller. And as I said to Curtis, I said, for a lot of the animal world, that's not the case where the male is bigger. So I need to stop doing that. It's just, you know, that's what was ingrained in me growing up. So some of these things are hard sometimes to just throw away, but the bigger of the two, I can actually see him. Let me see if I can show you. See him just there? How cool is that? So yeah, so he's there, and then a smaller one is down in the tree. See, I did it again. The smaller one was out sunbathing this morning. I didn't get it on video, not this morning, this afternoon, because I wasn't awake this morning. I am now currently taking all the videos off the camera because there's 20 soap videos on there, and I have edited 2, and I'm making thumbnails for all of them before I edit them, because it's just easier to do all the thumbnails at the same time. And then I will probably upload videos to YouTube, and then probably immediately set the first one live, and then I will start setting the other ones pre-release to the Patreons, to my patrons on Patreon. My other plans for today, I'm going to go downstairs and make a soap and do some sprinkles. These are the plans. This is not necessarily what's going to happen. I think I'm alright, but we'll see how I go. I'm going to have something to eat first. Yeah, and none of that's really sort of, I don't know, it's kind of, okay, I suppose I can film making the soap on 2 different cameras. That's probably not a problem. I have also discovered that I can't do the calendars like I was going to, because even though I have the calendar hangers, none of the wire binding that I have is small enough to contain them. So I had to buy more of those. If there's anything worth filming, I'll film it. Otherwise, this is your Wednesday and Thursday update. This is just my life. Like, living with mental health, it's just sometimes things don't go the way, well, always things don't go the way you plan on them. It's just the way it is, unfortunately. I've learnt to feel a lot less guilty about it. Like, I mean, I could feel really guilty that I just basically didn't do any work. Or, you know, I mean, like I said, I finished up the Australiana printables and put them on the website. So, I mean, I did do some, but I mean, that's basically all I did in a 24-hour period. So, and you know, I could feel bad about it, but there's no point, because I don't necessarily have any control over it. I mean, I take medication, so, you know, there's not much more I can do. I mean, I could take more medication, but then, you know, I would lose a lot of the creativity that I have. So it's a kind of a fine balance between, you know, being mentally unstable and being creative. There's a very fine line. But yeah, so I'll get stuck into all of that, and if there's anything else to film today or tonight, because I guess now that I've had that much sleep, it's entirely possible that I'll probably be awake for quite some time, or I may not. Again, I don't know. This is the funny thing about, especially with bipolar, you just, sometimes if I get a bit manic, I may stay awake for, you know, 2 days, and then sometimes I might stay awake for 2 hours. Who knows? I might be back in bed in 20 minutes after I eat. So I don't know. And it's very annoying as for someone who likes to plan everything. Like, I love to-do lists and stuff, and I like being able to know exactly what I'm going to do. To have a brain that just won't do what it's supposed to do. It's freaking frustrating. That's one of my biggest problems with being bipolar is the lack of control. And the fact that that's why I control everything else. As I always say, this is why I control as much as I can, because I can't control myself. So, which I hate. I'm sitting here laughing, but I really, really hate it. Alright, well, I'm going to stop waffling because that's 10 minutes now. But you got to see the owl. Oh, he's all fluffy now. Not a fan of that. I'm claustrophobic, and that thing, it gets me every time. Anyway, what are we doing? We'll make this. This is the most important thing to make right now, so we need that. Because Keely's been using these fragrances from... Oh shit, did I not put that lid back on properly? I did not. Oh, that's okay. She's been using these fragrances from the fragrance garden. I thought I'd give them a go because she seems to really like them. And usually if I see another soaper in Australia use fragrances from somewhere I've never used and they like them, I like to try them. So, which is why I started with the iLux stuff. So I got 4 fragrances that I normally get from Aroma, and because Aroma have now been taken over by Dusk, they say nothing's going to change, but none of us actually believe that, really. And like many others, expect the prices are fully going to go up. So I got 4 fragrances that I normally get from Aroma from the fragrance garden to see. So I got watermelon lemonade type, which smells exactly the same. Lemongrass and Persian lime, which smells exactly the same. I've got Amazonian grape because I have one customer, hi Lyndal, who gets me to make these in melts. Only one, just her, and that's fine. It smells like grape bubblegum. I think it's fantastic, but it was never a big seller, so I don't tend to make it just on the regular anymore, but I make it for her. So, and monkey farts, and all 4 of them just smell exactly like the Aroma ones. So, backup plans in case the shit goes sideways is always a good thing. But I do have a couple more here that I just want to smell because I didn't want to open them upstairs when I didn't have gloves on, because I don't want fragrances all over my hands. These are so full. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they're full to almost the brim. Yeah, that's exactly the same too. That's just the watermelon. That's the same as the Aroma one. I have oak, moss and amber. Oh shit. Which doesn't have a seal in it. Which, I mean, great. I mean, I vaguely remember that. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of it anymore. It's nice though. There's Berrylicious. Oh my god, that went everywhere. Berrylicious and Pineapple Magic, which are exclusive to them. And then I've also got, I'm going to open this one now because I expect to be completely disappointed by this. It's Pepper and Spice. These lift and peels don't lift and peel. I'm telling ya. All these pepper and spice ones that you get that have peppered anything in them have never smelt like pepper. They've got no peppery. So I'm prepared to be disappointed. Yeah, it smells like pepper and spice. It's got no real pepper in it. Oh, be interesting to see how that soaps, honestly, because it smells nice. It's more on the masculine, oceany sort of side of things. French pear, I'm assuming it's just going to smell like French pear because everybody makes a French pear and it all basically smells the same. So come on, you can do it. Off you come. Oh, drink that. Yeah, beautiful. It's even got, yeah, no, that's French pear. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I got the pink lemonade because Keely said she really, really liked it. So I thought I'll give it a go. I have used, I think there's an Aroma one. I may have some over here. Nah. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, there was an Aroma one of this, wasn't there? Oh, yeah, it's even zesty. Not zesty, effervescent. Yeah, I can see why she liked it. It's very nice. I'm looking forward to soaping with that. I'll have to rewatch her video. This is Pineapple Magic. I'm going to try the lift and peel again. Oh, which lifted and peeled. Well, this video is going to be so long. So this is Pineapple Magic. Yeah, it's that typical sort of fake pineapple smell. It's not awful. I don't hate it. I do have pineapple from Range. Actually, they smell very similar. This is just this one's slightly more fruity. they both smell more like pineapple lollies than like actual pineapple, but they're very similar. Well, there's minimal difference. And then the last one is Berrylicious, which again, I thought I had a Berrylicious here. Like Forbidden Berries. Oh, that's raspberry. I do have a Berrylicious from Ilux. And this is supposed to be an exclusive from the Fragrance Garden. So, and I know that Shay has said that she sources her fragrances from around the world, not just Australia. I think that's Ilux. I'm not a fan. They're no different. They are basically exactly the same. So I'm pretty sure this one is supposed to be an exclusive from the Fragrance Garden, but this Berrylicious from Ilux smells exactly the same. Just so you know. I do have a list of, is it the Berrylicious? So that's supposed to be exclusive. We don't know the amount of vanillin in that, and also the one from Ilux is an unknown. So the Pineapple Magic has 0, the Watermelon has 0.05, the Lemongrass and Persian Lime has 0.3, Monkey Farts has 0.7, so may discolour. The Monkey Farts from Aroma does a little bit, but I always make mine blue. So Watermelon Lemonade type has 0, Amazonian Grape has 0, Pepper and Spice has 0, Oak Moss and Amber has 0, and French Pear has 1.5, sadly. So, I don't think I have the French Pear and anything else right now to check. No. But anyway, there you go. So, I think they smell exactly the same. Whether or not they are exactly the same is a different matter, but they smell exactly the same. I do not have any more room on my fragrance thing here for a different set of fragrances, because I have Candle Supply, Ilux, Aussie Soap Supplies, because I'm probably never going to test those, Range, and a whole bunch of Ilux, and I've also got 3 heirlooms here right now, so it's like, oh, I'm just going to have to just put these up here, I guess. I just don't make enough soap anymore to be testing, and I also don't have the disposable income anymore to just be making soaps just for the fun of it, unfortunately. I'm going to sit those up on there, and then they're out of the way. Like that. Yes, whereas when I was living in the house, it was only costing me $300 a month in rent and $30 every 3 months in water and nearly half in electricity. It wasn't so bad. Anyway, I'm whinging again, so I'm going to stop that now. And I'm going to make a soap because I have a fresh battery. So I'm going to turn you off, give you a rest, and then turn you back on again.